I'm William Benson. I want to talk about emails. Getting your emails in front of your leads and not in the spam folder. Making your emails so good they can't be stopped. It's understandable given the percentage of permission-based messages that are being thrown away by email service providers that you'd want to make sure your emails get in front of your leads. Beyond providing killer content, what can you do to give your messages the best shot of getting through? Build trust before you pitch. Remember, the success of any email marketing program depends on genuinely compelling content. You want your readers to dig through the spam filters, complain to their email providers, and do anything they can to make sure they're getting your content. Most email newsletters are pitch fest, which makes them no fun to read. Make sure yours is nicely loaded with cookie content so your readers are trained to open everything you send. If you don't build trust and credibility with great content, the rest of the techniques won't work very well, but there are a few practical things you can do to give your messages the best fighting chance. Start every email with a great autoresponder. The autoresponder feature of your email provider lets you create defined sequences to send to your readers. The millionth subscriber has the same experience the first one did. This means that no matter how busy you get or what disasters you might be coping with this week, your new email subscribers are always well taken care of. A great autoresponder builds a strong foundation for your relationship with your new subscriber. The old cliche is true. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. The warm, friendly feelings you'll establish with your first 10 or 15 messages will carry over throughout your relationship. Use a single warm, personal message early on. This is a trick I learned from legendary marketer trainer Matt Heltzler, and it creates a really nice rapport with your list. Early in your autoresponder sequence, I usually put it in message 2, include a cheerful, warm, individual sounding message. Something informal like, "Hey, really good to see you here. Hope you're enjoying the content." You're not trying to fool anyone that this was an individually typed message for that recipient, but you are trying to create the same feelings of personal relationship. Invite questions, comments, and feedback at that point, and let them know that you'd love to hear from them. I typically create this message as text only rather than Hotmail. This is also a good point or a good spot to use technique number 3. Ask them to whitelist you. No matter how good your email provider is, some messages end up in the spam filters. The best defense against this is to convince your readers to add you to their list of safe senders or their whitelist. And the best way to do that is simply ask them. I send a text message in one of my sequences right before a message with a few red flags in the content. The message has the audacity to talk about making money. Shocking, I know. The message explains that the email in this sequence is a little more likely to get trapped in a spam filter, so this would be a great time to add me to their safe senders list. Some readers immediately whitelist me, which is great. Others don't. Then the message is caught in the filter the next day and they see that adding me to their approved sending list would be a great idea. Obviously, it's smart to get yourself on the whitelist as soon as you can, so you'll want to bring the subject up early on. But if you do have a message you can't reasonably lower the spam score on, this technique can give you a good reason to ask a second time. Conversations have two sides. Make sure you've got a real human being monitoring any replies to your email marketing, and that person is giving thoughtful, personal replies to each message they get. It's also smart to use an individual person's name in the from field rather than the name of a company. Anything you do to capitalize on the intimate nature of email just makes sense. When I start adding the words just click reply to ask me a question, your message will come directly to my personal inbox. I notice that more people feel comfortable doing just that. And not only do questions and feedback build nice rapport, they also are a fantastic window into what your customers want and need. Pay attention to spam filters, but don't obsess. Most good email providers will let you know if your content has certain hot buttons that are likely to be flagged as spam. Some of them are obvious, like pharmaceutical brand names. Others are annoying because they tend to be words and phrases that have the most selling power. For example, links that say click here can make your content look a little spammier to the filters, precisely because savvy marketers know that explicit calls to click here get better results. This is one good reason to put on a long sales message on a landing page rather than an individual email message. The last thing you want to do is to use less persuasive language just to keep a spam filter happy. Also, remember that you're writing for people, not filters. When you make your readers happy and deliver the content they need and want, no spam filter can stop you. I hope you found value in my video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.